Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom, and it's chilly again. Yes, it's chilly, so the sun is shining. It'll probably rain off and on all day like yesterday and the day before and the day before that. Unreal. We chose to live up here. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, wait, I'm sober. All right, this morning we woke up to +7, but feels like +7. And then on the yo-yo scale, +45, but feels like 45. Twin temperatures, unfreaking real. This is the end of June. And I'm standing here holding the stick, wearing my clothes to go skiing in Aspen. Yes! Also, too, Amazon has my 6th book of my Winter Road series, Russian Roulette. Oh, these lips. Oh, okay, try again. Russian roulette. Oh, maybe I'm censoring myself. Yes, just like everybody else does. Especially on that drama book. I'm still in the penalty box. I can't scroll. I can't do anything. I send him a message every day. Hey, what about me? Well, guess what? Who cares? Yes. All right. So my Russian... Oh, the 6th book, Russian Roulette, is free as an ebook from June 26th to the 30th. 5 days on Amazon, 4 days on Sesame Street. Link in the description. Yes, I'm getting pretty good with the end screen stuff. Yeah, well, I'm learning all about it. All right. I don't know where Dick is this morning. Maybe it's chilly and they can't get the helicopter started, so he hasn't flown over for his wellness check at the old guy. Yes, make sure the old guy's awake and survived the night. Yes, and I go out and stand on the deck of the house and give him the finger. Yes, he's number one with me. And then he knows the old guy survived the night. Yes, as if I would drink myself to death. Oh, wait, I might have. That might be the way I go. Or choking on peanuts. Yes. Or, yes, all right. There we go. There's the sunshine. Speaking of Dick, I can hear him off in the distance. Yes, once you mention his name, he shows up. Look at that sunshine. It's over there. All right, we're coming up to long days here. Yes, you get up in the middle of the night to go for a pee. You don't need a nightlight on because it's not dark in the house, so I don't trip over the dogs. Yes, the dogs. All right, scroll a little bit more. Hopefully, Dick doesn't photobomb or sound bomb this video. Yes, unreal. Oh, yes, boosting the helicopter. That'd be like that airplane movie with that Canadian Leslie Nielsen, I think it was. Yes, he was good. Quit calling me Shirley. And then they had that Buick car out there boosting the airplane to get it going. Yes, that was a comedy. I think that was 1979 or 1980. Oh, that sun is bright. Yes, Dick flew north of here. Oh, that's good. It's nice and quiet. All right. Sir Rodney got those seals in the mail yesterday, so we should have them today or tomorrow. And then we can put the transmission back together on the grader. So we're going to do loose ends things today. Maybe haul some water, maybe do this, maybe do that. We don't know. We're so confused. Do we need some spiritual guidance from the boss? He's such an asshole. Well, I better go. Here he comes. Okay, let's do a quick recap from yesterday. The TD18 and UD16 fuel filters. Okay, 33158 is right here under the Wix lookup. And it's discontinued by Wix, yes, but you can probably fart around, cross-reference, find one of different diameter or size or something like that to make it work. But I did a quick Google search, and there's a couple on eBay for $48 US per filter, so I don't think so. Plus, the 33157 is no longer available at Rock Auto. So I use Rock Auto as a guide. If they're not having it in their main computer frames, that means it's obsolete. And I'm the king of obsolete, so I must own it. All right, so the next item over here, we have to thank a Kingdom follower YouTube subscriber who emailed me the PDF file for the UD16 diesel engines. Yes, and it's 1959. Okay, so it's the earlier ones or whatever with the updates and stuff like that. So this is very helpful, and I thank you very much for sending that. And that's the whole idea of these YouTube videos, is we're all learning together, right? Yes, we're learning, okay? Because where am I going to find a book? I could buy it on eBay, have it shipped to the end of the world, and find out it got lost in the mail because of the customs people didn't like me or something. So that's what I say. Knowledge is power. And that's why Brainy Smurf in the Smurfs, well, he was the smart one because he didn't share his knowledge. All right, let's have a quick cup of coffee and then get back outside wandering around. Okay, we're gonna have to haul some water this afternoon. The kids in WHO-ville started 2 fires up by the cop shop. Yes, on the cop shop. So that was last week or whatever, over the weekend. So it's maybe best that we have fire protection here in the kingdom. So let's haul some water. Okay, so to amuse ourselves till after lunch, we're putting the return line from the injection pump or the fuel pump system on the UD16 onto the tank here. We're bypassing the original one on the bottom of the tank. We put it up here. That way the fuel is free falling straight down, okay? And we're using a straight T, and just above the threads, that's where you start welding. Yes, if you weld on the threads, oh, that creates problems. All right, then over here, we haven't used the Hobart Handler 100 in a while. It's been in the wet, damp shop. So the first couple of wraps of the spool of wire we'll have the official surface rust. Yes, the surface rust. So I'm going to be booger welding, but that's okay because I have my buffing wheel over here to make my welds look pretty. All right, I hear Dick in the air, so let's go. Okay, that did not take long. I think it lasted longer than my honeymoon. Yes, my honeymoon. All right, so I did one pass going around on the thing. I buffed it good with the wire wheel. You have to have these small wire wheels to get underneath. And also, too, running the gasless nozzle, it fits nicely under there. So always make sure you start and stop at a different location. That way you have a good overlap. And there I did the 2 passes. Okay, so that'll work out good. Very pleased how that turned out. Nothing fancy, nothing pretty, just like the first wife. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. All right, let's continue this continue working because lunch is coming up and then we can enjoy a beverage. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom and I got all the fuel lines and everything assembled. Yes, now we just have to find some rubber hose and some hose clamps and everything like that and we're good to go. Okay, also too, the fuel filter housing, the original one for the UD16 will be stripped down of all the good fittings and tossed into the parts trader so it can be sold at my estate sale because this will be a rare item because the filters you can't get, so somebody will want to have these fuel filter housings to make the equipment original. Okay, nice sunny day over here. I enjoyed working outside, but look at that. Okay. Up in Wilderness, Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba, we get sunshine in the morning, rain in the afternoon, and then a beautiful evening sunset. Yes, welcome to the end of the world. All right, so I welded this up pretty good. We got the fittings on, everything the way we want. We've got this one here blocked off. So it's a vent or whatever. There's a vent in the fuel cap here. Could have been an upgrade. All right, this fuel tank, I looked in it last night with the flashlight. There's no baffles. There's a huge brass filter screen that goes up here. Okay, so that saved my tushy with putting the valve on underneath here. That gave us clearance for it to be put on. Also too, after the valve is installed and in the position you want, that's when you Loctite the nut on the handle. So you got to use your Loctite there. Oh, way to be, Les Nessman, you can't see it. All right, so I think that's blue. I'm not sure. That's what Sir Rodney sends us. So then you Loctite that little nut on the handle because these machines have vibration. Yes, vibration. So the little nut falls off and then the handle falls off. And then you rip the fuel line off and then you try and shut the fuel off. And, well, guess what? It doesn't work. All right, let's go burn some lunch and then we can haul some water, maybe. Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, we got Thor, the dump truck, up and running. But we've had him hooked up to the water trailer for a couple of days now. Probably a week. All right, so over here. Oh, just look at those skies. We might haul water because I don't want to get down to the water hole and get wet. Wow. All right. So down here in trailer 2, you notice I paint everything white inside. There's all the hoses. Everything's laid out at the front. That way we get our exercise, dragging it all the way to the back. So the pump is here. The pail's here. And the main thing about the pump and the pail is everything we need for pumping water is right here, including the antifreeze. Yes. Oh, is that French? Oh, that's French. Okay. I don't have my glasses on, so that's kind of readable English. All right. So this pump here has a drain on the bottom. It does not drain all the water out, but that's normal. So when you're done pumping water, even after 4 loads today, we always put the windshield washer antifreeze in there because it's good to minus 45 Celsius. So that'd be minus 50 Fahrenheit, I guess. So I don't know, because I know minus 40 Celsius, minus 40 Fahrenheit are the same. All right. So you always make sure you antifreeze your pump up. It doesn't matter if it's June, July, or whatever, because you might get drunk and forget to do it when winter actually comes in September. So then you just split the pump. Never take a chance, just like a marriage or an ex-wife. Okay, it was raining when I was getting the hoses, everything out. That way I made sure I got soaked. All right, so this is my second load. I did the first one. I didn't record it because that's when you learn and remember how it's done from last summer. Okay, so we have Thor the plow truck right there. Is being Thor the dump truck pulling the water tank, and it's a 1,000-gallon tank on the tandem axle trailer. Yes, and we're using the 2-inch hoses to fill the tank, and this is one of those knockoff Hondas. One pull and it goes. It actually took 2 pulls when I went to start it out of the shed there. Fired right up. So this is the water hole right here. This is muskeg. Muskeg is a sponge, and it holds water. So see how low it got down there? All right. So by the time I get back, this thing will have released more water and this thing will be filled right up. Also too, sitting here watching the pump, okay, where are those air bubbles coming from? Like, this hole is never dry. So where are those air bubbles coming from in the water? It could be air from like millions of years ago when this muskeg was being formed or something. I don't know. We'll have to consult with Bill Nile, the science guy. All right, so I have to back all the way from the hydro poles there. I don't know if you can see the poles there. So I'll set the me phone up there on the tripod to record me going forward, and we'll record again when we get up into the kingdom. Okay, I got this load pumped off and then I went and had coffee and loaded up the film before we took. Driving up here holding the Me phone, it turned out actually rather well. I'll leave it as a complete unit, not speeding it up because it actually has good sounds of the 250 Cummings. Just, I would say, just putting right along. Okay, so we got this tank here. It's 1,000 gallons in June 2019. That's when I marked it. And look at that valve from Princess Auto for $49.99 2018. That's the joys of using paint markers. All right, so these tanks here are 2,000 gallons each. All right, I don't know if you can see that, Les Netzman, but I wrote on it down there. I just refreshed it with the paint marker. So we already have 1,000 in the one tank from the rainwater collection over there. So we're putting water in this tank. It's equalizing out. So I think we can do 3 loads to fill these tanks and we're good. We can't fill them right up because we have to allow for rainwater to keep them topped up. All right. Okay, let's do the truck. Oh, all right, let's Thor turned around, and I think I might try filming backing up though that we have to do. All right, let's see how this works out. It's going rather well. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Okay, not sure how the backup video turned out. If it's terrible, I sped it up or whatever. I'll notarize it in the text on the video. Also, too, we've cut down the backing up that we used to do because we used to drive forward to the blue building, back all the way into the kingdom to unload, and then we drive down to the blue building and back all the way back down here. So things are improving the older I get, and plus we're making the yard more, how would you say, user friendly. All right, so we stopped for coffee. We were last here 45 minutes ago, I think it was, probably an hour. And look at the recovery on the water hole here. All right. So once you understand Mother Nature and you don't push it and trying to haul, 6 loads right quick, that's not going to happen. Muskeg is a filter. It's a sponge. And that's the way it works. Okay. Let's get this pump fired up when we're almost done for the day. And then we can drink, because we have to drink coffee at coffee time because we're driving. Yes. Oh, well. Okay, bumping off the tank, and you have to be very careful. There's a little bit left in here, but not worth hooking the hoses together because this tank right here is just about full. All right, and the other tank over there, which is connected to, still has room. So if I go and have a beverage, yes, a beer, this will equal itself out. I don't have to strain myself dragging out a second hose or hooking the hoses together to pump off. Let's work smarter, not harder, and enjoy a beverage. Okay, well, I was in the house enjoying a beverage. I Googled, yes. All right, so can we read my writing? I can't. Okay. The tank is 144 inches long, 72 inches diameter. So when you Google it, it comes out to 2,538 US gallons. So I converted it to liters, so that's 9,607 liters. So it works out to 2113 imperial gallons. So those are good tanks. I know this is a 1,000-gallon tank because it's a fuel tank. Remember the days when the farms and everybody had a 1,000-gallon tank up on a stand and you just pulled the tractor alongside and gravity fed into the tank or into the fuel tank right of the tractor. Those are the good old days. Now everything has to be environmentally friendly on frickin' real. All right, let's pump the loss of the water off because it's equalized out and then we can drink professionally. Okay, 5 o'clock and Thor's parked back in the lineup and all the hoses off the trailer. Back in trailer number 2. Yes, over there. So they're ready for next time, put away properly and hung to dry, as you would say. All right, it's 5 o'clock. We can drink professionally now and continue on with our projects.
Wednesday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 9 a.m. and I'm getting ready for work. As you can see, it is pretty sunny out here this morning and kind of warm, but there is some clouds rolling in off into the distance, so maybe we'll get some rain again today. Let's head inside, let the dogs out, and make breakfast. Almost 10 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head to work now. This is the temperature we're sitting at this morning. It's 15 degrees Celsius, which is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have it feels like on the bottom. It sure is nice out here this morning. The wind is kind of picking up, so there's no sandflies. Let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. 1:30 and I'm just getting home for lunch. As you can see, it is getting pretty cloudy and windy out there. It was raining earlier when I was at work, so let's head inside, let the dogs out, and then I'm gonna have leftovers from last night. 2:30 and I'm just getting ready to head back to work. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 17 degrees Celsius, which is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can see, the sun is shining and those storm clouds are moving away, so let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. Just after 6 p.m. and I made home from work. It was a pretty good afternoon. I already have the quad out. Now I'll head on over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. 6:30 and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like we're not doing anything today. My dad had fun this afternoon hauling water with Thor in the trailer, so I'll head on back into WHO-ville with my dog treats and do the weather. Almost 7 p.m. and I just made home from the kingdom and put the quad away. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 17 degrees Celsius, which is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can see, it is getting pretty windy out there and there's some dark clouds rolling in behind me, so maybe we'll get some rain. Now it's time to head inside and let the dogs out. Tomorrow, once I'm done work, I'm going to clean out the dog pens and do a few other things, but let's go make supper and end my day.
Okay, 6 o'clock, we're done for the day. We hauled the water. We got the fuel tank all ready to go for the UD16 motor, which is on the back of the 45 Chevy truck. So we can put it on there and start the motor and go boom, boom. Yes, all right. Let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.